For God so loved the world, he gave. Imagine God just sat in heaven and said, yeah, I really love these humans. I love every single one of them, but never gave us Jesus. We'd all be descending to hell when we die. Aren't you glad he loves us enough to give? And so you can't tell me, I'm ablaze for Jesus if you're not a giver, if you're not a tither. It's just not true. And how generous we are with our finances and extending God's kingdom is a revelation of how on fire you are. It's probably the greatest revelation, it's the easiest one to put a number on, of how much you love God. How many of you know you can give without loving? Some of you have given without giving out of fear, you've given out guilt, you've given out all sorts of reasons. You know, I've given money to family members just because I felt bad for them or whatever. But you cannot love, listen, you can give without love, but you can't love without giving. Martin Luther said this. You know, Martin Luther was 15th century, he was a German. He didn't mince words. He said, Christians who give nothing are worth nothing. And he then expanded that, thankfully, and he said, what I mean is, they have never let the Holy Spirit work in their heart, because if they let the Holy Spirit work in their heart, they would have given something. Now, I know that mentioning money can wind people up. I think it's the topic that winds more people up than anything else. I believe that's because Satan really hates it when you give. He hates it when you tithe, and he double hates it when you tithe and give. And why is there such an opposition to preachers talking about money? It's strange, because, you know, most of you got up at least once this week and worked a whole shift. Why? For money. That's why you didn't go to work because you love it. It's your favorite place to be in the world. You went there because they gave you money. If they stopped giving you money, you'd stop going. You know, at lunchtime, in your break from work, where you went to go and get money, you went to the cafe to buy some lunch, and all the cafe wanted was your money. And you never once got upset about that. And then, I mean, Lydia and I were here Thursday night. Can you imagine that? We land straight back from Indonesia, and the first place we come is Screen 9. Not for church, we went to watch Mission Impossible. We sat in Ben and Angela's seats. We did, we sat down. Lydia said, we're in Ben and Angela's seats. And you know what? All the cinema wanted was my money. And the boss lady from the cinema came over and went, are you here to watch a film? I haven't booked it for church this week, have I? What do you think I'm here for on a Thursday night? You know, I'm just here for a visit. You know, I missed the play. No. And then you watch the movie, you go out for dinner after, and all the restaurant wants is your money. But you never say, oh, that restaurant wanted was my money.